everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is Foundation Friday and I am so excited about this foundation because not only is this foundation affordable, but it's also everything that I love and look for when I am buying a foundation. It's radiant, it's glowy, it's dewy. What I'm talking about is the new one from NYX. This is called the Born to Glow Naturally Radiant Foundation. It retails for $10, you guys. $10 for this foundation. Right now, currently, it is only available on the NYX website, but it will be available on the ULTA website on June 30th. And it will be in stores on July 7th. I will put the dates in the description box down below as well. This foundation comes in 45 different shades. This is amazing. I am super excited about this foundation. Before I get into the details about the foundation, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of information about me in case you guys are new here to my channel. I am 40 years old and I have hyperpigmentation. I have adult acne. I don't wear super matte foundations. I'm more on the dry normal side. Right now I'm more normal because during the summertime I'm more normal, but during the winter is when I'm the most dry. During this foundation review, I'm going to wear it for 3 days and each day I will wear it for 12 hours or longer just so that I can get a good idea about the foundation. I will wear it with 3 different primers. I'm going to wear it with my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, the Olehenricksen Banana Bright Primer, and also the Tatcha Silk Canvas, just so that I can kind of see if maybe this is a foundation that looks good with many different primers, or maybe each primer maybe allows it to perform a little different. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video today. I am super excited about this foundation because I love it when I find a really good, affordable, great foundation, especially when it has a lot of shades so everybody can enjoy it. Like it's an all over win-win. This has got me excited. Like I haven't been this excited about a foundation launch in a minute. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the details about this foundation. So the Born to Glow Naturally Radiant Foundation is glorious. It is available in an exclusive range of 45 truly flattering shades. Our coveted formula delivers buildable medium coverage and a natural radiant finish that lasts. This natural glow foundation tube is the key to creating a truly radiant look, whether you're looking for a foundation for dry skin or foundation for oily skin. So they're saying that this will be for oily skin. I will definitely let you guys know in my final thoughts if I feel like those of you who have oily skin will enjoy this. This liquid foundation blends like a dream with buildable coverage and even works with your skin to help create a smooth, even-toned look. Featuring a vegan formula with no animal-derived ingredients or byproducts, all NYX professional makeup products are proudly cruelty-free and PETA certified. So that's the information about the foundation. It's everything that I look for when I am wanting a foundation. Like it just like checked off all the box. I want the radiant, I want the glow, I want the just natural skin-like look. So I'm excited about this one. I ordered it from the NYX website. I purchased 3 different shades. For reference, I will leave a full list of all the foundations that I wear and what shade I am in the description box down below in case you might think that maybe you're close to my skin tone. I am a medium with a golden undertone right now and I'm just getting ready to go on vacation. I will be out on a houseboat for an entire week, so I will not have any cell service, which is going to be crazy, but I will probably come back pretty a couple of shades darker than I am right now. In this video, I actually found that Classic Tan was my perfect shade for me. During the application, I show you what these shades are and what they look like against my skin tone, but I would say the Golden Honey and the Golden are both very golden. So the Classic Tan, in my opinion, was like a perfect match. Maybe when I get back from vacation, Golden might be the one for me, but it's very warm. So I don't know. We'll just have to see how it goes. So that's what we're doing today. I am super excited about this foundation review. So let's go ahead and jump straight into the application portion of the video, and I will see you guys in my first check-in. Okay, so let's get playing with this new foundation. Now, I have 3 shades. So I got Golden Honey, Golden, and Classic Tan. So let's see what these shades look like. The only thing is I noticed right off the bat, like I tried to just put a little bit on my arm and a lot comes out of the hole. So just be mindful of that. This shade right here is Golden Honey, so it's very golden. This shade right here is Golden, and then this shade right here is Classic Tan. Now, I think Classic Tan might be a good shade. I mean, Classic Tan looks pretty good. I mean, that kind of melts, doesn't it? I mean, it's almost a perfect shade. Let's try Classic Tan. Okay, so I already have my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base laid down, and it's been soaking into my skin for about 10 minutes. It's definitely absorbed. So on one side of the face, I'm gonna use a brush, and then on the other, I'm gonna use a sponge. Now, I would love to be able to use my super sponge, but this isn't like a normal sponge, and you know, it doesn't absorb foundation like normal sponges do. So I really don't like to use it when I am testing out foundation, just because I know that, you know, many of you guys don't have that sponge. So I'm gonna go ahead and just blend this out. Normally when I apply foundation, I like to apply with a brush and then go over it with a sponge. This one I'm definitely going to have to go over it with a sponge because you can see the brush marks. I'm just going to kind of start pressing that in. I like to apply with a brush and like get a nice thin layer all over and then kind of press it into the skin with a sponge. Oh my gosh, this is a beautiful foundation. It has really nice coverage and it's really like dewy looking. Look how pretty that is. Definitely a foundation that I will put a little bit of powder over just to kind of maybe set it into place because it does have that natural glow. But my gosh, this is a pretty foundation. And I think this shade match is absolutely perfect. I probably could have went with golden, but I kind of feel like golden might be a little bit too golden. So maybe when I get back from vacation, I'll be able to wear golden. But as of now, Classic Tan is a perfect shade. This is really pretty, you guys. Like, really pretty foundation. I like this. I like this a lot. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit more on the back of my hand. And I'm going to go in with the sponge on this side. I don't mind this packaging, but I wish that the hole was a little bit smaller so that you know, less foundation comes out, because that's the only thing I'm noticing right off the bat that I don't like about the packaging is it's hard to control how much comes out. And the foundation doesn't have a scent, so for those of you that are curious if it smells or not, I can't smell anything on this foundation. Like, it has no scent whatsoever. So for those of you that are sensitive to scent, this one does not have a scent. This is a beautiful foundation, you guys. This is absolutely beautiful. It's a nice medium coverage foundation, very glowy. I mean, obviously that's the name of it, Born to Glow. This is beautiful. Like, this is a pretty foundation. For those of you that like that glowy type foundation, I'm excited about this one. This one's really pretty. Very natural. I mean, it really melts into the skin. I will definitely put some powder over this. I'm going to probably set it with the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. And then probably as a finishing powder, I will use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. But this is beautiful. Like, it even looks pretty good over my texture that I'm trying to heal up. This is a pretty foundation. I am really impressed so far with this. Like, this just melts into the skin. I mean, it is a very beautiful foundation. I am so impressed with it. It does have a nice glow to it. It looks pretty decent over my textured skin, and it looks pretty good over my wrinkles as well. Let's turn off the ring light. So this is what it looks like without the ring light on. This is just a little bit more natural lighting. I just have the two umbrella lights sitting in the corner, and I'm sitting in front of a window, but it's not direct sunlight. But this, you can see it has a shine to it, but it seems like it's drying. So it's a little bit tacky. I'm gonna give it a little bit longer to kind of set and dry and kind of set down. But as you can see, it does have that glow to it. This is a nice foundation so far. I'm really curious about this one. This is really nice. And I'm curious to see how a translucent setting powder will change the way that, you know, the shine on this, the level of shine on this, because I like the level of shine, but it is a little bit too shiny, you know what I mean? So I'm really curious to see what powder is going to do with it, but this is really pretty foundation. I like this. Okay, so this hand swatch is dry. Let's go ahead and put a fresh one right next to it. I feel like this does oxidize just like a shade. Yeah, so this is a new swatch and this is dry. So it does darken a little bit. So just know that when you're buying the shade. It darkens, but I wouldn't say that it oxidizes. It just darkens a little bit. That's it for this application portion of the video. I will see you guys in my first check-in. Okay, you guys, so I wanted to pop on here. I wasn't planning on doing like my 6-hour check-in on the first day that I applied this, just because sometimes when I do like my 6-hour check-in, I like to wear it, you know, like 2 or 3 days before I come back. But I am busy filming, packing, cleaning. My mother-in-law and my nephew are coming in from Florida. They're arriving tomorrow, and I have a lot to do. We are leaving for our week-long trip on Saturday morning, so I want to make sure that I have everything filmed for this video, and the only thing that I need to do is my final thoughts on Thursday after wearing it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So today is Tuesday. It is currently 4:30, and so I applied this right around 10 o'clock this morning. I'm a very ritual time person, so I normally start my foundation application around 9:30, finish off around 10. Just kind of depends on, you know, if I'm filming and chatting and all that. Anyway, so let's just say I applied it at 10 o'clock. This would be about the six and a half hour mark. So I'm going to pull you guys in, but so far I love this foundation. Like, I'm in love with it. You guys know that I love the Makeup Revolution stick foundation. This has been one of my favorite, like, dewy, very healthy, radiant foundations from the drugstore. It's like $9. You guys, I think this is like knocking it out of the ballpark. The thing that I like about this versus this so far that I've noticed is that this did take a minute for it to set down. So I would say it roughly started to set down probably around the, I don't know, 30 minutes in or something. It gets a little bit tacky and then it starts to set down. Now, right now I am testing 2 different powders. I am comparing the Jouer Soft Focus Hydrate and Set Powder to the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. So the only powder that I'm wearing is one on each side. I didn't put my Hourglass Veil setting powder over this. I love this foundation so far, you guys. Like, I cannot believe how beautiful this looks. This creases a tiny bit, so I think tomorrow when I apply it again, I'm gonna try to be careful not getting it too heavy in my wrinkles, because this one does seem to crease a tiny bit. I went searching on YouTube to see if anybody has reviewed this foundation. I have seen 2 so far. One is Seeking Alexandria, and she has normal to oily skin. So I will link her video in the description box down below in case you have normal to oily skin and you're curious how this foundation will wear on oily skin. Also, my friend Roesener, she has more dry normal skin. I think she's more dry than I am. So I will link her video in the description box down below, because right now I'm more normal. I'm just right there on the normal side. So those videos might help you kind of understand how it would look on more dry skin and on somebody that has more normal to oily skin. I'm really hoping that this one wears good. Like, I'm hoping I get about 8 to 10 hours worth of wear out of this, but it looks so natural and so radiant. The radiance from this foundation, I think, is what I love about it the most. I mean, my skin just has just a natural, healthy radiance to it. I'm just, oh my gosh, I'm so in love with it. It's so beautiful. See how it might be one of those that starts to crease? I don't know. I'm going to keep my eye on that and, you know, see if I'm going to be able to remedy it. But I'll be honest with you, 6.5 hours later, this foundation has not budged. I have been doing, you know, some editing. I haven't really been outside much today. So tomorrow I'm going to be running a bunch of errands. So we'll be curious to see how this wears, you know, in and out of the heat on like a more busy day. Today I'm just going to be kind of running around the house. But I love this so far. This is such a beautiful foundation. For $10, I am like shocked. I have $50 foundations that don't look near this beautiful on the face. Like, I am so impressed with this. It kind of reminds me of the Laura Mercier Flawless Lumiere Radiant Perfecting Foundation. But for me, I don't love that foundation because it's too radiant. It exaggerated every texture and every pore I had on my face. Like, it was just something that was almost too radiant. But there's something about this that it has the radiance, but it also has like a blurring effect at the same time. So it gives the skin the radiance, but it doesn't exaggerate texture and pores. You know, see how it performs 12 hours later, because this is really beautiful. So that's it for this check-in. I will see you guys Thursday evening after I've been wearing it for 3 days, and I will give you guys my full final thoughts on how I feel about it. Fingers crossed that the next 3 days I love it as much as I do now, because I love this foundation so much. So I will see you guys Thursday evening. Okay everyone, I am back for my final thoughts on this foundation. I've been so busy this week. I've been trying to get ready to leave town for a week. I've been cleaning my house from top to bottom, like doing all like the deep cleaning, because my mother-in-law and my nephew flew in from Florida, and so it's just been a crazy week. I have literally, and then I've been, you know, pre-filming and trying to get everything edited so that when I leave, everything will be scheduled and go up without a hitch, fingers crossed. So I am so excited about this foundation, you guys. I'm taking it on vacation with me because I love it that much. This has been a phenomenal foundation. I've been wearing it Tuesday, Wednesday, and today. And yesterday I was cleaning, you guys, mopping, vacuuming, like the whole like scrubbing walls and scrubbing all of my baseboards, and you know, just all of like the really deep cleaning that you only do, you know, every once in a while. I love this foundation. I am so impressed with it. I think it'll be one of my new top 5 favorite foundations. I am so impressed. The way that it lasts, the longevity of it. The thing that I like about this is that even though it's really glowy, it doesn't exaggerate my texture, my pores, my anything. Like, it's just an amazing foundation. I have been so impressed with it. I love this foundation. I love it. I love the coverage of it. I love the finish of it. The only thing I will say is that it is a foundation for me personally, even though I do love the glow. It is a foundation that I do like to put a little bit of powder over top of, because as you can see, I applied this at like 9 o'clock this morning. I've been going since early this morning, and I think I finished applying this at 9 o'clock this morning. And so right now it is almost 11. So I've had it on for about 14 hours, and I think this looks hella good for 14 hours. The thing that I like about it is that once it sets down and I put a little bit of powder on it, it's good. Like, it doesn't transfer. I don't have to worry about not touching my face. I mean, you can see from me, you know, kind of doing this with my nose, I've got some foundation kind of build up in these wrinkles around my nose, but that's kind of typical, you guys. But I think this foundation looks really good. You can see the natural glow that it gives my skin. And I think for those of you out there who struggle with trying to achieve a natural glow, you know, on your skin, I think you'll really enjoy this because it gives you a glow, but it's not a dewy glow. So if that's something that you're really interested in, and you're interested in having your skin have that beautiful glow, this is a gorgeous foundation. Now, probably through the camera, it might come across where it's oily, but I can promise you this foundation is not oily. Like, there's no oil on this foundation. It is not oily. There's a difference between being dewy and glowy, and this is glowy without being dewy, so it's definitely not an oily foundation. I have been testing this Jeffree setting powder, and when I get back from vacation, I'm going to wear this the entire time I'm gone. I'm going to see if it's going to replace the Charlotte Tilbury, and when I get back, I will film my full review and full thoughts on it. I like putting a little bit of the Hourglass translucent setting powder, and then after I get done with my makeup, putting a little bit of like either the Charlotte Tilbury or the Jeffree finishing powder over top, and it's just stunning all day. I love how natural this is. I love how glowy it is, but it's not dewy. So I kind of thought it was gonna be like the Too Faced, what is that, Do You? I thought it was gonna be like that, because the Too Faced Do You, I like that foundation, but it's almost a little bit too dewy. This isn't. So this is glowy, but it's not dewy. And I think that's the reason why I feel like for those of you out there that have oily skin, I think you would like this foundation. But again, those that do have oily skin, you guys already produce your own glow, which I'm very jealous of. So I don't know that that's going to be something that you'd be interested in. I think it just depends on what you like. But this has great coverage. It lasts and lasts and lasts. I thought that this was going to be a foundation that might be a creaser. So when I apply it, I just be sure to kind of just apply like a thin layer right here in this area. And then I'll really tap it out with a sponge just to make sure that I'm not thick in that area so that it doesn't settle into any of my fine lines, but it really hasn't. I've been very, very impressed with this foundation. In fact, not only is it going on vacation with me, but I think it might be my new favorite summer foundation, which I'm really excited about it because it's very refreshing to find a foundation that I absolutely love, and it's so affordable. I mean, it's $10 for this. Like I have said, the negatives on this, in my opinion, are the packaging, just because this is not like a super liquidy or super runny foundation. It's hard to control how much comes out. Even though it's $10, that doesn't mean I want to waste it. I don't like wasting anything. So, you know, I would say that's probably the drawback of it. But I like this. It's blowing my mind, you guys. I am so impressed with this foundation. If you're somebody that likes a natural glow and you like your foundation to kind of set down, all 3 days that I've worn this for 12 hours or longer, yesterday I had it on for about 15 hours. I still looked about what I do now. I mean, this will last. Once it sets, it takes a while for it to set, but it's a beautiful foundation. I'm in love with it. It's my new go-to. I'm going to tell you right now, like, I prefer this one over some of my high-end foundations. I'm really impressed with this. This has been really a good foundation, and I love the coverage of it. I love the finish of it. I love how natural it looks. It just kind of melts into my skin. I feel like the shade is a perfect match for me, and I'm impressed, you guys. I'm impressed. Scale from 1 to 5, I'm giving it a hard 5. I am very impressed with this foundation. I'm really curious to see if any of you guys have tried this foundation and if you've had the same experience. We all have our different needs and expectations from foundations, so I know that, you know, foundation especially is definitely subjective and definitely more of like an individual basis, but if you guys have tried this foundation, let me know in the comments down below what you think about it. So that's it for my review on this. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget that I will be gone all next week, but I will have content going up. I've already been, you know, filming, and I've been filming and editing my little heart out. So you will have content up next week. I really hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you guys on Tuesday, and I will see you guys when I get back. I love you all so much. Bye.